This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Today we're celebrating the reopening of Station 7.
Yeah, for the first time in more than 6 years, all 14 of Reno's fire stations are open full time. What the reopening of the Skyline Station means in our Channel 2 News Big Story at 5 o'clock. As you know, this firehouse has been browned out since 2010, meaning it was really only used when situations required it. Good evening, I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Landon Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. The station's reopening was possible because of the recent hiring of 32 firefighters. Paul Nelson joins us live at Fire Station 7, where a ceremony was held earlier today. And Paul, exactly how important is this for that surrounding neighborhood?
It's very important for medical calls, Landon. This firehouse will have two-man crews, and that means they're going to respond to pretty much every kind of emergency except fires. Now, that's a pretty big deal since more than 3/4 of their calls are for medical reasons.
We spend 48 hours at a time here, and the city's committed to always having at least 2 people here 24/7.
Sean Grady is a Reno firefighter, but his job here is medical response now that Station 7 is open again.
This is a long time coming.
Reno's fire chief says reopening this station will shorten response times and increase service delivery.
We still have some work to do to get the full staffing up here so that we have a fire engine, but in the meantime, we've made incredible strides forward, and it's a great benefit to the community.
This firehouse was built 50 years ago and was browned out in 2010 because of budget cuts.
The closure was one of the most symbolic losses, in addition to the third of our workforce that we shed during the downturn.
Reno has 220 firefighters, but about a dozen leave the department each year to attrition. Cochran says he would like to have at least 260 firefighters and hopes to hire 12 each year on top of the replacement hires.
Next step, after we get these stations fully staffed, is to start adding back staffing for our trucks, for our truck companies, and then we're going to continue to work toward increasing our paramedic level staff.
While the budget is growing, increasing staff could still take some time.
We have a gap because we didn't hire firefighters for about 8 years and laid a number off. So we have a gap, so we have new personnel to be able to staff this station and the others.
The goal is to eventually staff Station 7 with a 4-man engine crew. The fire department also has the ability to fully staff it during certain times.
As circumstances permit or situations warrant, like with the red flag day, we'll add a couple people and we'll man the fire engine, and that will respond to all calls.
Station 19 in Somerset reopened last month, also with 2-man medical crews. Now, Brecka says once these 2 stations are fully staffed, they'll start to shift their attention to some of the newer neighborhoods that haven't been built yet to make sure that they'll have adequate fire services. Covering the big story live, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.
All right, Paul, thank you. Today, the community mourned